Hey again, it's me, Boo. And I'm back with part one of my Hilde Soliani collection. At first, I didn't really care for her fragrances except for Red Tulipano. I went wackadoo over that one. Donna Short's one had sent me a whole bunch of samples from her line, and at first I was like, meh. But once you wear them a couple of times, it's like algebra. I figured out Hilde is like algebra. When I was young, I didn't get algebra. I didn't get that you have to use your left and right brain in order to be good at algebra. Hildy's, her fragrances are kind of like that. If you just use your, left brain or your right brain to try to analyze her fragrances, you probably won't get them. You got to use both sides of the cranium in order to really fall in love with her fragrances, I think. Because at first I was like, oh, I don't get what Donna sees in these. Now I'm like 13 bottles into her fragrances. Now, I did try IO. I tried it several times, but it was quite a while back and I didn't like it. I wish that I had explored it more now, but I tried it like 7, 8 times and I just couldn't get into it. So I doubt I would, but it would have been nice to have kept that one just to have, so many of her fragrances. But I'm so happy with what I got. I'm going to start from um, the first couple of parts are going to be the fragrances I like the least out of the ones I have and up to my favorites. It's about half. I have about 6 that I really, really, really like. And then I have 7 of them that I'm just nutsoid over. I am so crazy about them. And I wear them a lot. So, first one I'm going to talk about is, and I don't know what the whole stuttering with her letters is. I'm not sure what that's all about. If that's some kind of Italian thing to help you pronounce it, maybe. I don't know. That's all I could come up with. But she puts a whole lot of A's. It's as if she has Parkinson's, and when she's typing this up, and because it's Fraaagola Saalaaata, and you have to see how that's all the A's. I don't know if you can see with the glare. And oh, come on, get it together, boo. So this one is really straightforward. It's salt and strawberries, and that's exactly what it is. It's salt and strawberries. It is so nice. I'm going to be rocking this. I got it at the end of fall. Well, we're still at the end of fall, but I got it during fall, and this is to me a complete summer fragrance because it truly is strawberries, salted strawberries. Um, so it's not a young girl's kind of strawberry fragrance at all. This is a modern, mature woman's strawberries, or a guy. I can see a guy totally rocking this too. Is not wild strawberries, because I'll tell you, that's one of, I have a lot of top lists. I use, my 5 top flavors, tastes, foods, whatever. In my top 5 is wild strawberries. If you've ever eaten wild strawberries, you will be ruined forever with store-bought strawberries. Well, this is like store-bought strawberries and salt. It really is. And all of her fragrances, even the summer ones, last really well on me. Some of them project better than others. Most of hers are pretty moderate. They're not huge in their projection. They're not beasts for the most part. And I also noticed that a lot of her fragrances work better on the skin than on the clothes. Just a little FYI there. So anyway, that's one of them is Fraaagola Saalaaata, and that's salted strawberries, and it's really true to its name, but it's not the wild strawberries. It's store-bought strawberries, grown, farm grown. So they don't quite have that sweetness. They're a little tart, and it's just fabulous. So that's one. Another one that I really like, and this one at first I wasn't sure about, and then I wore it around for a while. I mean, even if you think you don't like her fragrances, you need to re-explore them and really give them a shot and wear them around for a few days, because very few of them, I think, are that love at first sniff kind of worthy. They're more the slow burn that you you gradually fall in love with, and then you don't want to ever let them go. And this one is 240911. And this is from the Invisible series. This one is actually from, oh, I don't know what this one is from, what series this one's from. Well, whatever. Anyway, she's got several different series, and I think the Invisible series was one of her first line. And this one is really, really nice, but like I said, at first I wasn't sure about it. It's supposed to be, it's inspired by the flavors of Jerusalem and the Wailing Wall and the bazaars and the rich spices. She chose the notes that connect her with the spiritual very strongly and deeply. The most important notes in this perfume is the calamus, which in many religions is considered the sacred grass. In addition to calamus, composition of the fragrance includes amber, frankincense, and myrrh. And, you know, a lot of hers aren't very complicated. She's not quite Soliflor perfumer, but she definitely only, usually on a lot of her fragrances, just chooses you know, a few really good quality, high quality notes to make a fragrance. And this is one of them. Like, it's just the amber, the calamus grass, and frankincense and myrrh. And that's what you get. Her fragrances are so well blended. The top notes in this, I'm warming into the grassy notes. And I love vetiver, but just grassy notes in general, I'm learning to love, and I'm really starting to love them. And I've always loved the spices and the amber. But you get that pretty heavily, the grass on the top notes. And with just a touch of the spices, but it's the dry down. Her dry down, you get this ambery, grassy, incensey kind of a smell, and it's amazing. So this is one I kind of have to be in the mood for, because I have to get past those top notes in order to really love this fragrance, but I do love it. And that's 240911. The last one I'm going to talk about on this part. Oh, and some people say it's 24911 smells like Presenza. Actually, that's one I haven't tried a Hilde's, but I will down the line. And I want to let you know if anybody says it, Fraaagola Saalaaata smells like anything. No, they don't. Okay, so this one is Vagabondo, and I believe this is one of her newest fragrances. Yeah, it came out this year. And this one is so nice. This is a woody. Donna knew I would love this one, and she was so right. This is actually made for men. She put this fragrance out there with men in mind, trying to make it more masculine. But she is so, I think, such an olfactorily romantic kind of a woman that even her, you know, what she considers a heavy male scent is still completely unisex. And I even think her most feminine, what she considers her most feminine fragrances are still unisex. Everything with her, I think, comes back to the middle of combining, you know, uniting men and women together in some form or another. A lot of her fragrances are based off of her childhood memories, off of family members, things like that. Oh, I do this one almost went in the other list that I am wackadoo over. But anyway, it's a woody, it's supposed to be a woody masculine fragrance from birch cords, skillfully combined with walnut, oak, and poplar, decorated with waves of rose and fruity and sweet notes of fig. And you get you get the wood and the fig in there most definitely. But there's also, and it doesn't say in here, but I'm sure there's a little vanilla or amber or something in there too. Oh, and this one is really nice. Now this one actually projects pretty good, and its sillage is pretty good. It's not as much of a personal scent as some of her other ones. And so that's Vagabondo from her Invisible series by Hilde Soliani. So anyway, I'm going to try to, you know, make these fairly short. So I'll be back with a part 2 in just a bit. All right. Y'all have a good day.